However, the students will be allowed only with the consent of the parents, and the class size will be 15 while keeping the physical distancing in mind. So to join us in the school scan, we have Kiran online, a parent. Hello, Kiran. Good afternoon, Kiran. Yeah, Kiran, like I just wanted to confirm, how are you coping up with this online education for your children?
This online education certainly is giving a very tough time for me to take up online classes
Mm.
because this is being something like expected. Now for my son and daughter, it's like I have to sit with them leaving my office work, and probably it is something like I give my phone at times leaving my office work, and they have to sit with the phone, and they have to sit with them and sit with losing the class as well.
Yes.
So certainly this online education is good at times, but it's now affecting us very badly. Working,
Yes.
and one has to stay back at home,
Okay.
leaving his job and sitting with the child with the phone and just have to see that the child attends the class on time without any disturbances. And one more important point what I would like to make is that
Yes.
parents and families who are not able to afford laptops and other things
Yes.
certainly have to bound to purchase this laptops and other gadgets, shelling huge amounts, because looking at what has happened in the pandemic with the loss of jobs, salary cuts, that has affected us, and more importantly, online classes also is somewhere affecting. For example, I have my son, my daughter, and as well as my niece also.
Yes.
So for three people, I have to purchase 3 laptops or 3 mobile phones because
That's truly tough for a middle class
it's
parent.
absolutely very tough,
Yes.
and it's something like it's affecting us very badly because my son has got a class at 8:30 in the morning. At 9:15, my daughter has got a class. Next is my niece; she's also got the class at the same time.
Okay.
So 3 times at the same time the classes have been held, and we have to certainly have 3 phones or 3 laptops or purchase a laptop which is a huge.
So Kiran,
huge expense
Kiran,
for us. Yes.
yes. Do you think that your children, like your daughter, your son, and the niece, are really concentrating on the subject?
See, we are making them to concentrate, ma'am, because the thing is that now we are in a dilemma. Like, see, the government has issued orders to send them to school, but one is in 4th standard, one is just in LKG, and my niece is in 6th class.
Okay.
So it's not advisable to send them to school in this pandemic where the cases are rising constantly. The only option left out is to teach them online. We are making them to sit. We have one of the parents, I am sitting or my wife is sitting with
Okay.
them and seeing to that they attend the classes regularly without fail, because attendance are also marked. If they don't attend the class, attendance are marked, and more importantly, for higher classes, it's something like they have to write assignments, and the question papers for the monthly assignments also have been sent, and they have to look at the paper and start writing question and answers.
Yes.
So something it's very challenging, but we have no option but to attend online classes in bound of whatever it is on a regular basis. Otherwise, there's a fear of losing the classes, losing the attendance, because everything will count at the end of the academic year for the final result. Because basing on this, for example, in the month of February or March next year, if we're not able to conduct the final exam, these internal exams or internal projects only will help us to assessing and giving the students the grades, the standards, and promoting them in case it is to the next standard. So parents are also bound, and it's a challenge for the parents also to sit with the child and see to that the child takes up the classes very regularly. And
So Kiran, Mr. Kiran,
yeah, please.
so what is your thought? Like government sector is planning schools open from September 21st.
See, September 21st, the date has been given by the central government, and
Yes.
states are also working on it. But
Yes.
how many parents are really willing to send the child? See,
Yes.
it's been opening from ninth standard till 11th or 12th, because these children are grown up, they know what is COVID, they know the symptoms,
Yes.
they know the protocol.
As
But
your kids are really very small, they can't.
yes, you can't expect a smaller kids from fourth or fifth standard.
Yes.
You will agree with it that we can't really send them to school because it is a high risk. Because higher students also, how many parents would be willing to send them? And some state governments have even asked for a parent consent. They want a letter from the parents stating that they are willing to send the parent, the child, I'm sorry, to the
Okay.
school. Because some assurance they want the management also from the parents that the management is not forcing the parents to send it. They are giving an assurance that they are sending a written assurance that they are sending the child to the school. So we have to wait and watch. Is the September 21st date
Yes.
what is been announced by various state governments in India. How many students would be really willing to come to school and take up classes?
Yes.
If we talk about Delhi in particular, the government there has decided that 50% of the students can come and some students can only come if they have any doubts with the teachers.
Yes.
So basing on that, every state government also has decided that 21st of
That
September.
50% students are into school also, that will be really risk for.
It's a high risk because
Yes.
what is happening in schools before COVID actually hit India, many of the students were having was a normal life of mingling with everyone, moving
Yes.
freely. But that kind of I think protocol, that kind of scenario is not now. I can only say that students should be called in batches. For example, there's a batch of 50 students in one class. I think they should ideally make a batch of 20 students.
Yes.
Call one set of students in the morning, one set of students in the
Yes,
in
yes,
the
that
afternoon.
would be really fine. Yes.
So they will not be mingle and they will not be a huge crowd gathering. And
Yes,
it will
Kiran,
be easy
yes.
for the management, for the teachers and the students also to save themselves from getting infected and to follow the easy protocol. So what will happen? What will happen is the morning if there's a class held from 9 to 11. After that, certainly they have to sanitize the complete classroom. So
Yes.
that will take time. More importantly, but it will be a break for the teachers also. So this kind of, I think, protocol the school management should follow for the smooth conduct of the school from the 21st as per the government order declared as it.
So, as like we can see, an official from Lucknow Public School in Uttar Pradesh, they said that the classes in the school will be for 3 hours. Like only
Yeah.
50% of the students will attend the classes.
Yeah.
It seems. Yes.
As once the central government, the Home Ministry has issued the guidelines under Unlock 4.0, schools were being asked to open on a phased manner depending on the situation in the area. And more importantly, schools only will be opened in non-containment zone.
Yes.
As per anything you take up in markets also in any part of India, Delhi or anywhere in South India also, markets and some schools are open in non-containment zones. The zones which are out of containment zone, there is no active COVID cases.
Yes.
Only in that area only schools have been allowed to open with all protocols. So yeah, you're talking about Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow also, the government also I think has issued guidelines
Yes,
that only 2 to 3 hours only the schools will be open following all protocols and social distancing and only 50% of students only should attend the school.
So, do you
yes,
think that if a student travel in the public transport is safe?
it's a high risk. I will
Yes,
only
yes.
say if a student we really know if he's traveling through a local bus or a metro in any part of India, you take about Delhi, you take about Bombay, even you talk about anywhere in Hyderabad also, if the students are traveling a metro, it's a high risk. Metro or local buses also, it's a high risk.
Yes.
The only precaution or only measure what can be done is when the student enters the school, right near the gate only, the management has to set up the school staff of checking the temperature,
Yes.
sanitizing, and any symptoms
Yes.
found of the student having any symptoms of COVID, then certainly he has to be isolated and sent back to home.
Yes.
So that is the only strong measure what the school has to take, because if they don't follow that protocol, then it's very high risk of the high chance that the other students also might get infected. So however the means the students is traveling, let it be a local transport, a bus, a metro, or anywhere is coming, any parent is dropping also, the only the option or the strong measure what the school management can take is to screen the student right at the entrance of the gate of the school before allowing the students to enter the premises.
So,
they have to
as
thoroughly
per
screen
the
every-
government, like we get to know that schools are yet to release a strategy that they are
Yeah.
waiting for guidelines from states to take a decision on allowing students back.
Yeah, the central government has issued guidelines of the standard operating procedures of social distancing, wearing mask, and
Yes.
only 50% students being called. Now it's the prerogative of the state governments to decide how would they take up, because every government, state government has got a different way of functioning. See, the board which is the school which is the school, secondary school board which is functioning in Uttar Pradesh is not the similar what is functioning in Telangana or what not is functioning in Delhi. So the way the steps of each school reopening, the different measures again will be rolled out by the respective state government of what and how the schools have to be opened in non-containment zones, whether it will be opened in a phased manner and 50% students will be called in, and more importantly, how many hours the schools will run. As if now schools are conducting online classes for 40 minutes on a daily basis. Students are having one class or at times having two classes. So
Okay.
basing on that, what and how the state governments will decide, like, how are they opening the schools, in how phased manner they're open, and how many hours they'll conduct the schools, and how many students would be called in. That is the state governments have to decide, ma'am.
Right, right, Kiran. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.